On a hot mid-July day, almost 3 years ago, Chris and I were riding to Charlottesville to check out apartments for our 1L year. Chris's parents had offered to drive because our '93 Mustang, we weren't sure would quite make it, plus it didn't have air conditioning. I wasn't ecstatic about the arrangement because there were two main impressions I had of Chris's parents at that point. One, they liked to talk about politics, a lot. And two, they were quite conservative. Somewhere about the 33rd minute into our 6-hour drive, the conversation started. Death penalty. International responsibility. Who should win the next election? I, being the free-thinking college graduate with my newly acquired diploma, defended each ground. My husband kindly played referee, but at about the 4th and a half hour, things became too much. Tempers ran high. We'd moved on to welfare and the redistribution of wealth. Argument after argument, the history of the United States, the inheritance laws in our country, nothing worked. Then my mother-in-law said, well, how is our dentistry business supposed to survive if half of our money is taken away? Dentistry? I had just been talking about the children in South Africa. Dentistry? And then it happened. Is there anything you people don't agree with the status quo on? And that's when I realized we had an hour and a half before we got to Charlottesville. And the silence hung and hung and hung until we arrived at the hotel. Somewhere around dinner, people finally started talking, and like all good American families, we stifled the rudeness and inappropriateness that had just occurred and moved on. Fast forward to Christmas break, after 1L exams. We had dinner with Chris's family, and as usual, politics was the discussion. I made sure to dig in my heels and not deny who I was. Then, after dinner, Chris's mom called me in to her dining room, alone. Okay, really? Is this happening? Am I going to get a private talking to? I sat down, crossed my knees, placed my hands on my lap. I was going to be ready for this. Jamie, she said, I just wanted to tell you, I've thought a lot about the things you've said to our family. I've realized I haven't been challenged in a long time. And I've even changed or thought through differently a number of my positions. I'm glad that my daughters get to hear some of the things you say. I'm glad we all do. I just wanted you to know that. Thank you, I said, and walked upstairs. As I went to bed, I made a decision to change the way I thought about debates, to change the way I thought about the people that I debated with. The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven. My mother-in-law completely changed the way that I thought about my in-laws by not only forgiving my rudeness and inappropriateness, but by extending me grace and respecting me even in the areas and the issues where I'd hurt her. I've had many opportunities to forego the cheap shot and respect the minds and hearts of the people that I speak to. But my hope is to one day to get to practice what my mother-in-law did, to practice mercy, for it is twice blessed. It blesses him who gives and him who takes.